Hi, my name is Philip Chesney and welcome to one more episode of English Interviews. Our question of the day is, what are your greatest strengths? So let's look at how do we answer this and understand what the interviewer is looking for in your answer. The interviewer wants to know why you are the right person for the job. So you really need to focus on your strengths and your qualities that are directly related to the position. We'll see an example of that in just a second. And third, do not talk about qualities or skills that are not relevant or have no relation whatsoever to the position. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. Okay, for our first one, a bad example. As we mentioned before, do not talk about skills or qualities that are irrelevant to the position. So for instance, do not talk about how you're a great runner or you're a great chef or you're great at skateboarding or playing soccer if you're talking about or you're trying to get hired for a brand manager position. So these skills are totally irrelevant to the position. There's no relation to the position. So these would be bad strengths to focus on. Now for a good example. I have solid skills in SEO and Google Analytics. Now, this is a very good example because these are strengths, these are qualities and skills that you would more than likely need for a brand manager position. So this is definitely a good example. Now, let's take a look at possible skills. Some of these skills might be yours, others may not be, but this is just an example. So for our first one, great customer service skills, self-motivated, reliable, responsible, strong people skills, cross-cultural skills, a willingness to learn, team player, organized, focused on time and quality management. Now, for some answer starters, let's take a look at our list. I am a very reliable person. I am a self-motivated person. I have strong people skills, or I have strong cross-cultural skills. I am a responsible person. I am organized. I consider myself to be, and then we add a couple of qualities. I consider myself to be a very responsible person. Or I consider myself to be someone easy to deal with. A couple of skills that I would like to highlight are, and then once again, pick some of your skills or pick some of your qualities. Now let's take a look at a short example. Okay guys, now for a couple of tips. So first of all, be succinct. Now, there's no reason for you to tell your whole life story. So focus on the main qualities, the qualities and skills that are most relevant to the position. Remember, don't talk about how you're a great runner, a top chef, etc. Focus on the skills that are relevant to the position. If it's a brand management position, talk about your SEO skills or you have great knowledge of Google Analytics, etc. Has to be something relevant to the position. Now, when we answer this, try to make it between 1 to 2 minutes. Doesn't have to be too long. And remember, it needs to be short, sweet, and impactful. For your activity today, I want you to pick 3 to 5 of your top qualities that are relevant to the position being offered. Try to come up with a few examples or short stories that reinforce why these are your strengths. Try to think about some of your achievements, performance reviews, or other things that you've done that really reinforce why these are your strengths. Did you solve any big problems for the company? Did you generate more profits? Think about these, things that are impactful. And for the last one, ask a couple of your colleagues what they think your strengths are. This is a great way to get other people's opinions about yourself. I hope that you've liked this short tip of the day and that you'll be able to put it into practice. See you next week for our next tip.